Resident Evil 9.
Leon S. Kennedy here. The S stands for Sassy Boy. I'm currently in a sequestered part of the world where no one speaks English, but don't let that distract you from the new bioterror threat. Funko Pops. If you own one, much less have seen one, it's already too late for you. Anyway, today on the Fearfiction Podcast, the gang will cover my past adventures. The events after the Kennedy report, where I use a TMP because it's the best gun, after my jet ski dies out. And also when Ashley became a woman. Lamau, I wasn't there for that. I was out kicking ass and dispensing sass. Which fanfiction will be better?
Welcome to the Fearfiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. She's going out there. She's trying to discover all of these artifacts.
Yeah. Trying
to collect them, put them in a museum. You know, she's kind of like a female Nathan Drake, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
She is like crushing up a lot and like shooting a lot of pottery along the way to get to these artifacts. Are those pots not considered artifacts? She's just like breaking all of these urns, and it's like, oh, look at these, burnt up dead people. Huh, that's very interesting. Let me rub this all over my face and just, disrupt all of these tombs.
Yeah, they are 100% priceless artifacts.
I wouldn't know about that. Maybe the subtext of the entire thing is that Lara Croft is actually a tremendous egotist who has these set up for her. She lives in a mansion. She has a butler. Maybe she's like one of these quote-unquote big game hunters who goes to like a, controlled environment on a preserve where the elephant's tied to a tree and it's, 98 years old.
She goes to a preserve and shoots all the other elephants along the way with a machine gun, but what she's really going for is the one elephant.
But the thing is, maybe it's all a big setup thing. Maybe she just has enough money that they, set up a big escape room for her and give her all kinds of stuff to smash, and she just goes nuts.
Or is she just dumb? They say, Laura, we hid your birthday present in this giant temple complex.
She's like, so she has an archaeologist as a dad,
mm-hmm.
and as a child she's watching Legend of the Hidden Temple or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and she's just like, Daddy, is that what you do? And he's just like, yeah, sure,
mm-hmm.
Laura, it's not just me going over and with a fine-tooth comb just brushing all the dust off very slowly over the course of hours. No, that's totally what it looks like.
Daddy, do you know Olmec? Or whatever.
Do you know Olmec?
What's the dude's name? The big head?
No, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But no, and of course he goes off on an adventure and gets killed by some terrorist or something, and he's never there to correct her. It's like, I'm gonna do what my dad did. I'm gonna follow in his footsteps.
And, maybe she, growing up with an archaeologist in the family, she saw him recovering all these really valuable pottery shards. And so she's like, oh, pottery, I know what to do with this. It's valuable if it's in shards, just breaks them open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Who wants a whole pottery? You could get the shards, you could sell each one,
She is clearly a sociopath anyway. I mean,
yeah,
that's what money does to a person.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, she obviously had a boob job.
Mm-hmm.
She probably did. You know what? She probably has a, she probably gets some silicone injected in when she's not out on a mission, and then when she is, it's like, these tits are getting out of the way. Can you suck some of the silicone out?
Yeah, there you go.
That's why they're triangular. They used to be spherical, not anymore, though.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be reinvented for a new audience. Can you get rid of about half of this?
I want you to de-age me 5 years.
I want
maybe?
people to feel comfortable cosplaying me. Can you do something about that?
This might be a controversial opinion. Maybe it's not. I hate old Lara Croft, and I love new Lara Croft.
I barely played either, so I don't really have an opinion.
The original Lara Croft is just good as a meme, like that's the whole,
Sure.
Just this angular person with the pointy chest going flipping out and shit. It's just funny.
Well-known dumb lesbian of low intelligence, Chelsea, really enjoys the original Tomb Raiders, and I think that's only because she grew up on them, and they are in fact bad.
Wow.
I also grew up on them and think that the old Lara Croft games are bad, and she is not as cool of a design as the new one, who is like more down to earth and has more of a problem with like killing people, but eventually does it anyway. I like her character arc.
Brandon really likes the fact that she, now subscribes to BuzzFeed and, the big supporter of Jezebel.
I know when I play video games, I like to go, oh, this was awesome. I was going to shoot somebody, but my character thought about it and decided not to. Really
what
fun.
if, oh my god, could you imagine an action-oriented shooter game where every time you pull the trigger or every time you aim your gun at an enemy, it goes into a 10-minute cutscene with the person thinking about
Isn't
it.
that basically Last of Us 2, and then you just kill them anyway?
Probably.
That's pretty, yeah. But I do like games that put stakes onto it. Right before we started recording, I was playing Ghost of Tsushima, and that game is really fun because it makes you pick kind of like a route, like they're invading Mongols into Japan, and your family is just like, well, you got to be a samurai and honorable, and you got to like go up to this like horde of enemies and go, send me your baddest fucking dude and I'm gonna kill him. Or you can be a ninja. And like it's this, having to think about how you're going to kill people. Are you going to kill people? I enjoy those kind of mechanics. I find that fun.
Does that take place in alternate history where the Mongols actually landed in Japan and didn't get wiped out by a tsunami both times?
No, because the Mongols did land on Japan. They just... I can't remember what the exact story is, but I think that they got wiped out.
I do know about that situation. The tsunami created what's known as a Mongol NATO, which, cut a bloody swath through the country.
The offensive joke you were going for isn't as funny as the truth, which is that's where the term kamikaze comes from, holy wind.
Mm-hmm.
Which... Okay, World War II. Anyway, point is, we won. We dropped bombs on them and we won. We're the good guys, obviously.
Sure.
No need to think about it.
It varies from Discord to Discord.
You gotta go read your Discord rules. No discussing politics. Make sure that you don't, private message people nasty things. We won the war. We're the good guys. Fuck them. Well, some good stuff came out of it. We got the Resident Evil series out of it, and
out of World War II.
Out of Mongols invading Japan. Yeah.
Out of the Mongols invading. That's what Biohazard is really an allegory for.
The tall lady. She's a Mongol, I guess. I don't know.
Nah, they were short.
Oh, wow, racist.
That's how they fit on the steppe ponies.
Sure. What are you doing, steppe pony?
The Mongols are small, and so they come over to Japan. They're like, we like how small your country is.
God damn it.
It's a little dollhouse of a country. It's perfect for us.
All right. Well, where do you go from there?
Where do you go from there? Welcome to the Fearfiction Podcast, friends. Where do you go from there?
Where do you go from Japan?
We're not talking about Overwatch this time.
Where do you go from Japan? Not China. Don't say China.
Well, we're going to go to
Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, there you go.
North Korea. We are going to be going to both fanfiction.net and archive of our own.
Wow.
And we're going to be reading some Resident Evil related creepypastas to spice things up. These might not necessarily be creepypastas, but they are related to horror, and they are online, so they are within our purview, even if they are fan fictions as opposed to things trying to pretend to be real.
So my question is, how many of these feature the tall lady, and what will she be wearing or not wearing?
Well, let's keep saying tall lady.
Tall lady.
But none of these will. These will, in fact, be based off of Resident Evil 4, a very divisive game, apparently, because as time goes on, people have decided they've hated this game all along, even though people universally loved this game when it came out.
Here's the thing about gaming culture. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing good about it. Do not participate. Play games, like them or don't like them, and then move on with your life.
Now, what is your opinion of music culture and movie culture and all other cultures surrounding forms of entertainment?
Oh, they're bad.
Oh, okay.
Don't participate.
Good. If you're a metalhead, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, and I was, and still am, but I was a purist for a long time.
If you
and
like
synths,
I'm like,
get out of here.
Jesus Christ.
Were you one of those people that said, technically, that's shit piss hardcore metal?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not real metal. That's metalcore. All music is inferior because metal makes it better. Oh, yeah.
Linkin Park, more like leak and poop. That's what Abysmii said.
So these Jesus. No, he did. I'm sure he did. This is getting to the core of it, though, is Resident Evil 6. I'm sorry, it's a great game. And Resident Evil 5 was a game that people hated for well over a decade. And people, like some notable Let's Players, did a Let's Play of Resident Evil 5 who were known to hate Resident Evil 5. And as they were playing it, they were like, this game's not so bad. This game's not. And then by the end of it, they're like, "Yay, fun times!" And it's just like, well, you guys just went in there deciding this because angry video game nerd or whatever critic it was of the day said that they didn't like this game.
I think it was the ass-blasted video game bastard.
Shitcore piss metal gaming.
Yeah.
Well, they said the same shit about like Fable. I think everyone was universally kind of meh on number 3. Mm-hmm. Everyone praises number 2 for being the shit, and then 1 everyone loved, and now they hate. Oh, man, remember all the problems it had? Like, no, sure, there's some. Who gives a shit? Like, it was the first one. Who cares? It's a good game.
I don't hate any of the. I don't hate Fable. I just hate Peter Molyneux, which is a very different thing.
Yo, that's very different. You can absolutely hate people, but
I mean, I'm not a particular fan of Hideo Kojima, but I still love Metal Gear Solid.
I love all the information we're being given, the golden nuggets of wisdom from Abysmii. 1, it's okay to hate people. And 2, number 2 is the shit. Words to live by.
Look, it's been a particularly hot white boy summer so far.
It really has.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's interested in hearing Abysmii's new segment at the end of this episode. Piss and shit and people.
Yes. Also known as PSP.
We're getting PSP, way for Abysmii's PSP segment. We're going to be reading Damsel in Distress from Archive of Our Own, and hopefully we're going to judge this against the other story we get from fanfiction.net, see which is the superior fanfic site.
I thought you were going to say the other ones that we've read, and I don't remember them. I only remember the one where Slender Man is fucking Jeff of the appendix or something. Other than that, I don't recall anything.
And we had a long, hard conversation about trying to figure out if they meant anus or prostate, or if they did indeed mean appendix.
Very strange.
These ones will probably be significantly less X-rated, although this one does have body horror as an additional tag.
Did you say horror or whore?
Horror.
Oh, okay.
Listen, when you go to Ohio, there is a thing called a horror merger. Or if you're Brandon, rather, there is.
I see. If you go to Ohio and you're Brandon, very specific qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Ohio, there's a magical fantasy land I've invented in my head. Come join me.
In any Ohio, in any country in the world, go up to any Brandon.
In a cornfield. let's go ahead and skip the summary here because it's just,
Well, who
The
wrote
opening
it?
paragraph.
Oh, this is written by where does it say?
Underneath the title?
Oh, Jungle Ride.
Ooh, sounds fun.
Jungle Ride, bow now now. Welcome to the jungle, bow now now.
It sounds like an off-brand Six Flags. Like, welcome to Jungle Ride. What kind of rides
That
you got?
is-
Jungle One Zone.
That is 100% a YouTube friendly version of Welcome to the Jungle. That because YouTube is expanding its audio library of like stuff you're allowed to use, and it taps actual musicians on YouTube. And I hear so many things that are like, oh, that just sounds like the Lord of the Rings theme, but isn't. It's close though.
It sort of is like the Kids Bop version of Welcome to the
Yes.
Jungle. Welcome to the Jungle. When it starts up, the kid goes, "Welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna ride."
Now
to be
that's what
friendly.
I call royalty free.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle. We've got popcorn and Slurpees.
God damn.
Popcorn and sluts.
Popcorn and Slurpees. Ashley doubles over, clutching her stomach as splatters of blood erupt from her mouth. Oh, that time of the month, staining the white porcelain sink red. She wipes a hand across her mouth and takes a shaking breath. She knows what's happening, even if she doesn't want to believe it. She's becoming a woman.
Did you just invent the mouth period?
How did you know the name of Neil Cicerega's next album, Mouth Period?
Hey, babe, I got some condoms. You want to? Oh, sorry. It's that time of the month.
That time of the mouth,
Okay,
huh?
are we going with mouth period or minstrel mouth?
I like both.
Menstrual Mouth is the He-Man villain.
Menstrual mouth is the oft not talked about Fat Albert side character.
Oh, man.
The consent tingling of her skin.
Why is the site obsessed with consent or the lack thereof?
Oh, boy.
The consent tingling of her skin, like fiberglass, was scratching underneath the surface. Had been her first clue. Wow, okay. Her inability to sleep, mind buzzing with a stream of angry white noise, welcome to the podcast, had been her second. Still, the progression had been slow enough, creeping up on her like the months of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to feel about that description. That one day it had been spring and the next winter had arrived.
That's how it works.
Ashley had no time to spare. Prepare. Damn it, can't read today. No time to understand what her body had been trying to tell her until it was too late. Stupid girl, you're becoming a woman.
You're becoming the lead singer of Garbage. You stupid girl. All right. Nobody knows that, but that's fine. When the When the consent dizzy spells, instead of constant, had increased and somebody types consent into the site way too much, and they're just typing it automatically.
Have you consented? You may experience dizziness, mouth menstruation.
God damn it.
This is exactly what happens when you when you accidentally put your name instead of your insert OC's name.
God damn it.
This is what happens when you have sex outside of marriage. So,
All right. When the consent dizzy spells had hairy feet, tall lady. Oh, wait, no. When the consent dizzy spells had increased and the uncontrollable surge of rage had finally become unable to hide, she had gone to the doctor. Ask your doctor.
about mouth
If T-viruses. Yeah, good for you. The doctor had...
It's not the T-virus, it's Las Plagas.
I don't even know what the fuck. Las Lagunas.
They're not technically zombies, they're actually Las Plagites.
Okay.
That's a term I just made up.
I believed you. Like I would not put it past Resident Evil 4 to have that in there, and I've only played a little bit.
They're referred to in canon as pluggers.
Yeah, you put it in their mouths,
Yeah.
and they're just mouth pluggers.
Yeah. The doctor had put it down to PTSD. Period time, sad day. Brought on by her recent kidnapping. Just period time, sad day, he had reassured, sending her off with a bottle of pills and a pat on the thigh. Oh.
Not cool.
Only Ashley had known the truth, even if she hadn't wanted to believe it then. No running from it now, she thinks. Okay.
So I'm assuming what's happening here is that we have escaped the events of Resident Evil 4, and for some reason she hasn't had the Las Plagas rinsed from her body, even though she did.
So
I guess
maybe it'll explain. But
yeah, maybe it'll explain. I'm just catching you guys up since apparently you guys don't know the ending.
I don't know the ending. I know who Ashley is. I do not know the ending.
An island explodes. A midget dies.
Every time a midget dies, an island explodes.
Both of the xenomorphs got killed. And Leon Kennedy escaped with the daughter of the president. The daughter of the president is like, hey, why don't you fuck me? And Leon's like, you are a child. No.
You're the president's daughter, so also no. I ain't getting in that trouble.
I loved being, 14 and playing this game, and I'm like, Leon, why aren't you going to bang her? And now I'm an adult, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Good job, Leon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, good job, Leon. You're not a pedophile. Wow, gold star for you. You want a fucking medal, Leon?
See, this is why I just played Blood Rain, because it's still it's not a great game, but
and vampires are dangerous.
Yeah. She's like 800 years old, so whatever.
There you go.
Yep.
Maybe. This vampire embryo has actually been around for 1,000 years, so what? Fuck off.
No, you don't understand. I'm not trying to bang the president's 16-year-old daughter. It's the parasite controlling her.
Yeah.
Maybe in hindsight, Ashley should have known this was coming all along. There had been so many close calls on the island that it always seemed improbable that she would survive. She was, after all, a ditzy blonde, only good as eye candy.
Damn.
Jesus.
That's not a very good way to describe her, because she's like very sassy and independent in many ways.
Yeah.
She like gets hit on and like made fun of for having big boobs, and she's like, I'm the president's daughter. Could you like treat me with some respect, you jackass? Mm-hmm. So she's cool. Validating the strength of the men around her as she flounders about helplessly in a world, and hadn't she played the role well, because here she is again, the damsel in distress, only this time there isn't anyone who can save her. It's almost funny. Almost. So
that's funny.
I'm beginning to think that maybe this is a fetish story.
I don't know.
Like an infantilization thing. Fooled again.
Right. So, Abysmii, I pull rank on you a lot, even though I don't have any, and I take over your paragraphs. I'm going to have to do that again. I just want to read the next paragraph. Okay.
Sure.
She rolled around in her poopy diaper. Uh-oh, baby made a stinky, she shouted.
Okay, so maybe there were some untagged things here.
Oh, no.
What if that was the dialogue in all the Resident Evil games? It's just back
Lack
and forth.
Of oversight,
baby
an archive of our own?
Say what?
Lack of oversight, an archive of our own? I can't believe it. But you know what? Props to Archive of Our Own. They needed to raise $50,000. They raised $168,000.
Wow.
People use this fucking site.
Considering that Yahoo is shutting down Yahoo Answers,
right?
It was brought up recently in a tweet I saw talking about like, hey, this is why you need to donate to these things and keep these things running.
Yeah.
Because even though we might be laughing at parts of this story, the idea of this story just going away overnight somewhere and it's not backed up is really messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. Number 1, donate. Number 2, back up your stuff. Because, do not make this the only place you host. Seriously.
Yep.
Number 3.
Use it on your computer, Google Docs, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Another surge from the tempest in her body causes her to double over the sink again. We're calling it fetish. This really just seems like an extended metaphor for getting your period pains. But
yeah.
It's definitely got hyperbole to it. But
everybody out there, listen to the 3 experts on menstrual cycles.
A grayish liquid spewing from her throat.
Welcome, everybody, to the Minstrel Show podcast.
Blackened chucks. Should be chunks. It's chucks.
Oh, God. Okay, so...
men black chucks.
Who are the blackened chucks? Where do they fit into the Creepypasta universe?
I don't want to know.
If you get a knock on your door and see the blackened chucks, like what?
The blackened chunks blackened black. It should be black chunks, but whatever, of flesh get caught in her teeth as a river of bile pours out of her. Puking your guts out has never been more relevant.
What? Hey, everybody, puking your guts out has never been more relevant. The latest season of Fortnite. What?
This is written
Fortnite's
so
introducing
strange.
puke emotes.
Yeah, puke emotes. Just, oh god. What if they just had it so you could just be puking while you're doing emotes? So they're like people doing the flossing and the orange juice or whatever the fuck, and there's just vomit spilling down over their chests.
The orange juice?
Yeah, what is it called?
I don't know.
The orange juice when you kill your wife and the person that they're cheating on you with.
Move to Florida.
It's called the Orange Justice.
Oh, okay. But
Justice.
OJ did not stand for orange juice, and Double do not draw the Kool-Aid Man full of orange juice.
Anything to do with that.
So the Orange Justice move is the move that OJ should have done when he got acquitted.
God damn it.
He should have put the gloves on, and they should have fit very poorly, and he should have done the dance. And he's like, this is the technique I used to kill my wife.
I thought you were going to say he should have done the dance after the murder, and then the cops roll up, he's still in the emote, and he's like, hold on, wait, I can't get out of it, hold on.
Wait, no, I've got lag, hold on. Her veins are throbbing, knees are weak. Beneath her once cream-colored skin, blue and black. Ashley looks down at her arms, watches through blurry, bloodshot eyes as they rise up, growing bigger by the second. Oh no. Threatening to break
by now
through the
they're
skin.
3 feet long and several feet tall, or if they're growing by the second, that's a lot of growing.
Her jaw throbs, the bones aching with the tension that sits and festers. She opens her mouth wide, shaking her head from side to side as she stretches and moves the muscles in a distorted lioness roar. This is inflation porn, but all right.
Well, it might be transformation porn.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. She feels a sudden urge as she stares into the mirror. Yeah, she growls. You get a car. And you get a car. And you get a car. She has become Oprah Winfrey. What? What kind of obscure fetish?
Okay, so her face is turning black. She's got big red lips.
Wait, no, what?
She's puking up blood. She's got big red. She's got
Elias.
red
Elias, make a judgment call on that one.
We were talking about menstrual mouth. Listen.
There's a swarm of wasps in her brain, stinging and persistent, and consent. She hunches her shoulders, rolling them instinctually, and shudders as she hears the first crack. She buckles, falling onto the tile floor with a thump. Her face presses into the tiles, comforted by the coldness on her cheek and the slight relief it brings to her fever-stricken skin. Why did the story suddenly start having, merit here? We're still in this story, so it's hard to notice it, but it's there is some merit to that. It's
oh, sure.
Yeah, when you're talking about, all of this kind of tension building up, that's normally the hardest part of a story. And where you want the tension here is where the actual, transformation and she's becoming a monster happens.
Yeah.
So it feels like everything was just a rush to get to the part that they really wanted to write.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ashley tries to lift herself back up, a rush to the climax, if you will, only to fall back to the floor when another sharp crack echoes in the small room. The pain is sharp and hot, and very hot. Ashley lets out a guttural groan and rolls onto her back. It takes her a moment to register what is happening. Only fully understanding when she glances at her limbs jutting out in unnatural angles, arms and legs splayed out, twitching and moving with every new sharp snap of sound.
Her knees felt very weak.
Yes, her arms were heavy. There's blood on her face already, and
the doctor prescribed her mom spaghetti.
Yes. She's literally breaking apart, bones snapping, limbs elongated and reshaping themselves.
Period time, sad day, need mom spaghetti to cheer me up.
What? DP, can we get a t-shirt from you, merchandise, that is just a simple statement, white text on a black shirt, my lolly has PTSD?
Oh, Lord.
My lesbian of low intent. Her throat...
If you're going to wear that on your period day, you probably don't want to make it white.
Yeah, well, that's
True.
Her throat constricts, forcing her airways closed. I don't know why your shirt would be... Okay. Forcing her airways closed as it rearranges itself. Black sports.
Oh, God.
What are we talking about? Croquet? Bocce ball? What are we talking about here?
Well,
Instead of black spots, it says black sports. Okay, good.
I think in general,
No.
if you look at most sports,
Oh.
Okay,
They
who's the most
are-
successful black athlete? Tiger Woods. It's golf, you fucking racists.
you know.
Wait, I said bocce ball and croquet. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's half Asian, so that's kind of the most Asian sport is golf.
Oh, good point.
And he's...
Wait, no. Who's the Chinese super successful basketball player?
Yao Ming?
Yao Ming. So apparently we all had it wrong.
Asians just killing us in the sports.
Also, sports suck, so who cares?
Damn.
Yeah. Well, you also look at esports, also Asian dominated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's interesting? You have a guy who is named Don King, and he's not dunking. You know, it's like, you would think that would be the
Weird.
perfect name.
Yeah.
Her throat
sports.
constricts, forcing her airways closed as it rearranges itself. Black sports begin appearing in her vision. All she did was turn on ESPN.
Slam, and welcome to the gym.
Can we talk about how the new Space Jam movie is just Ready Player One?
Welcome to the black sport.
Damn it. Come on, contort, and welcome to Black Sport. What the fuck bootleg DVD is this? Grandma, what'd you buy? Asylum
Kids,
Pictures.
come on. We're leaving the theater now.
Fuck.
The audiences stormed out of no movie theater because it's not being shown in movie theaters. Audience,
that's part of the family, like, that whatever that movie review site of, like, is it okay for families or, you know, whatever. And it's like, has a lot of black sports in it. Don't
Jeez.
recommend.
Damn it. Black sports begin to appear in her vision as she writhes on the floor, gasping for the air she can no longer reach. Okay. Fuck.
oh boy, it can't end like this, is all she can think, with no quotations. Ashley had once told Leon that she would never turn into one of those things. And even now, as her veins finally grow too large for her skin to contain, tearing open the flesh and flooding the floor with a tidal wave of red, she holds true to the statement. Her body may have changed, but her mind, she would keep her mind, said every single Resident Evil villain ever.
Yeah.
Which worked out for exactly one of them. She had to keep something. So Ashley shut her eyes and absorbed the trauma, swallowing the pain and using it to fuel her desire. She recites the alphabet, her times table, thinks back on all the people who ever underestimated her, or swears she will prove them wrong.
You
Think
actually,
about all the people who underestimated her and how she's going to get revenge.
On Luke, on the Randy or whatever his name was.
Yes. You did miss a part there. She recites the alphabet, her times tables. She would recite capitals of each state, but I haven't learned that yet. She thinks back.
She thinks back on the line of succession for the president if her father happens to die. All things she learned in social studies.
The Animaniacs intro song.
No, she thinks about, all of the privileges she's taught that she has in social studies class for being the president's daughter. Listen, when you get to this age, you're going to be able to have a podcast, and you're going to have a bunch of news channels tell you that it's important that you have a podcast.
Yes. Well, speaking of the Animaniacs song, what if you had some roided up T-virus monster storming at you and it was just going United States, Canada, Fargo, Bananica, like
that now that you've said it, that will be a mod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley doesn't know how long she lies there, retching her guts, bones snapping, blood pouring. It could have been minutes or years. But as suddenly as the change had claimed her, it lets her go. Her vision returns, body ceasing its spasms. The pain that had been raw and overwhelming dulls no more than a memory, an afterthought.
Despite the transformation her body has gone through, Ashley finds it easy and sexy to control. Reaching up an arm that's longer than it should be, bent at an odd and hot angle, she grasps the edge of the sink, 3 fingers with claw-like needles at their tips, digging into the porcelain as she lifts herself up off the floor. Her legs, more spider-like than human, settle underneath her. When she looks into the mirror, it is one from her darkest nightmares. When she looks into the mirror, it is a mirror from one of her darkest nightmares.
The reflection is what should be in there, but
when she looks
upstairs back,
Black Mirror.
God damn it! When she looks into the mirror, she sees only black sports. It's the television. She barely recognizes herself. Her skin is ghostly white. A deep purple hue has formed underneath her eyes. She has big titties and is goth, which have sunken further into her skull, the skin under them stretching down like melted wax. Her irises are now a deep green, the whites of her eyes a sickening yellow. Her nose is
pierced.
Her eyes are pierced? What'd you say?
Her nose is pierced.
Her nose is barely there, just 2 slits on either side for nostrils. Her mouth is stretched wide open! Her mouth is stretched wide, blood-red lips at odd angles in a sideways grin like a vagina.
Here they are, blood-red lips.
Mm-hmm. My favorite all-girl band.
Hey, do you listen to the Blips? What are the Blips? The blood-red rips.
God damn it.
I'm a total blip head, hell yeah.
I love blip rips.
You ever listen to the blood-red lips? Brandon, are you okay? I just listen to the blood-red lips. How's it Bubblicious?
Oh no, he's got the T virus.
He's got the blip birth. He's all blipped out. He's all blipped out on blip rips.
God damn it. The fang-like Jagarid.
That's my favorite YouTuber, Pro Jagarid.
Hey, you guys, Pro Jagarid here. You ever listen to the blipper slips? God damn it. Jagarid teeth that now litter her gums are on constant display. Not consent display. Constant.
No way.
I'm actually disappointed it didn't do consent for a 4th time in a row.
Yeah, we know that you're always disappointed when you don't get consent.
Do you know what the difference between panties and bra are versus a bathing suit, a swimsuit?
You get what you fucking deserve. No, what?
Consent display.
Ah, I see. Her expression a persistent sneer of a smile. Her hair, once the color of sunshine, has faded to midnight black. She runs a hand through it, its texture sharped and barbed like thrones. Not thorns. Her hair is little thrones now. A few strands embed themselves in her fingers, and it takes a sharp tug to free herself from it. It's then she notices the sporadically patches of silver-colored scale-like textures skin on her body and the veins now exposed, growing out of her like tumors of steel, S-T-E-A-L. If you're stealing, you've been stealing tumors.
Ashley, get out of the bathroom. I know you're stealing tumors in there.
You've been stealing tubers. You've been going to my potato farm and stealing potatoes.
God damn it. I have to steal tubers, Dad. I trade them for tickets to see the lips.
Well, we have one paragraph left in this story, and I have to say, I think David Lynch would really enjoy this story. I like all of the blonde women changing their hair to black. Think it's excellent.
I see that you got hair made of thrones in here. That's some good imagery. I like it.
I want to know how it is. How does it feel? Is it itchy and or tasty?
Why is your David Lynch impression slightly southern?
Hey everybody, I'm David Lynch. My film Eraserhead is an anti-abortion film.
Ashley knows she should be more horrified by the reflection before her. It's also weird that this whole mirror scene is kind of what happens in the remake of Resident Evil 3.
There was a small part that I liked about the cool tile on the floor. Other than that, this is just a description of transforming into a Resident Evil monster, which I presume has been done 5 million times.
Isn't this also a little reminiscent of the opening of Silent Hill 4, The Room? Looking in the mirror and shit?
Or maybe no, not really.
Oh, hi, monster.
No, you're thinking of Silent Hill 2.
Oh, sorry, 2.
I mean, there's no transformation, but he's just... looking into mirrors trope. Ding.
Ding.
Can we mod Silent Hill so that Tommy Wiseau is the lead character?
Oh, my God.
Hi, Bunny.
Yes.
Head Bunny.
Head Bunny.
Head Bunny. Hey, Bonnie. Chica.
Hey, Pyramid Head, how's your sex life? Just kidding.
No consent?
hi, Purple
okay.
Guy.
Hi, Purple Guy, did you say?
Yeah.
I did not
should have
kill
been phone
them. I did not.
He should have been phone guy so that the instructions are like even more obscure and nonsensical. Just make everyone scratch their head the entire time.
Oh, hi, player of Five Nights at Freddy's. Wait, what?
You want to check the cameras, and
Hey, don't stop looking at those animatronics. They will get you. Oh, okay, that's it.
Oh, there should be panic and fear. She should be crying. She doesn't have the energy, her mind overtaken by the new vibrations in her bones, the thrill of the buzz.
You know, scientifically speaking, a bee should not be able to fly.
You know, scientifically speaking, the T-virus doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
what's
still-
wrong, man? I'm having some problems with my sex life. Oh, really? What's going on? I know my girlfriend. Like, she just got this. She's got the thrill, the buzz, and she doesn't need me anymore.
She's got the vibration in her bones, man.
Still, she opens her mouth to scream, if only to prove that she can, that she's still in control. Her voice comes out like a thunder, an earthquake of sound, a guttural roar in the still of the night, and she thinks in that moment that maybe she was never the damsel in distress. Perhaps she has always been this dragon, and now it's time to burn everything down.
It's just Ivanka.
Oh, okay.
There's one comment, but I don't see it here.
Wow, I never expected something with Ashley and the Plagas parasite. Very cool, really nicely done. Thank you so much. It wouldn't be the Plagas parasite. It would have to be something else, because why would it make everyone else just a mindless zombie but turns her into a dragon, allegedly?
Because she can
Spider dragon.
I guess. So because she's a based and red-pilled atheist who is high on euphoria, she's able to control the Plagas, whereas the cultist, they just turn into slaves.
Right. The cultists are willing to give themselves up, you see.
Yeah, they are willing to submit.
Yeah, they consent. That is literally a story about no consent. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She gets her way.
Yeah, she just has her way with the Plagas, I guess. So that's what we're dealing with, is that story. Now we're going to read a story by alink, Resident Evil 4 Afterlife.
Now, is this just going to be about a character turning into a monster again?
We will find out the adventure Leon gets into right after Resident Evil 4. Rating is for violence. So
He goes
hopefully,
home and beats his wife.
God damn it.
implying that Leon isn't a MGTOW going his own way.
He goes home and beats his maid? How about that?
The rating is for domestic violence.
Fucking hell.
So this is by alink. Let's hop right in. Resident Evil 4 Afterlife. This is my first story, so please review. I will try to update it often. I don't know that this person has updated it past these first two chapters. So Leon was relieved to get off the jet ski. He had been on it for 3 hours. He was really sunburned.
He never found the keys.
I don't think a jet ski has 3 hours worth of fuel.
Don't they
That's
run
a
on
good-
water?
Hey, do we... Oh, boy. If there are any jet ski experts in the comments, please let us know. He had been on it for 3 hours. He hadn't been driving it. It was empty 2 hours ago.
I like
But he
the
had finally
idea.
come across an
sorry,
island.
He's just in the channel, just sitting there. Help!
Yeah.
Waiting for the current to take him.
They had been on it for 3 hours, but he had finally come across an island that they could rest on for a day. It was a decently large island. It was Japan, and it seemed pretty tropical, quite strange for being near Europe. The sun was already going down, and he had to find a place for him and Ashley to rest for the night. The two headed inland, and after a few minutes of walking, they came across a house. It was small, but it was dark inside, except a faint flicker of light they could see through the window. They knocked on the door. No answer. Then suddenly a loud scream inside. It seemed to be from a woman.
All right, I have a question, DP, as our resident Evil expert. Okay.
Yes.
What type of monster is the inland? Because it says the two-headed inland. It doesn't say what it does, but...
The inland
has two
is
heads,
a bioorganic island that is in the novelizations.
I see. Yeah.
And it was formerly a child soldier that they injected with a lost plagocyte.
Mm-hmm.
And, then he transformed into a Yaogwai, and they killed him, which caused rapid expansion. So he just turned into an island so big that it, flooded. It was no longer buoyant and just sank and became an island.
Interesting. Now, why isn't that an actual plot for a Resident Evil game?
I mean, if Resident Evil 9 is not about shooting an entire sentient island, then I'm going to be very disappointed.
Twitter is abuzz over the island lady. What the fuck?
Is it just the island lady from Moana?
Yeah.
Sure.
They said they wanted big ladies.
Leon kicked down the door and ran inside because it was totally his business. He suddenly saw a man hunched over a dead woman.
Suddenly, they just appeared. They loaded in. Pop. Oh, okay. That's what we're...
All of their textures didn't load in at first, so they were kind of like smooth, and then the textures slowly loaded in like a few seconds later.
Leon,
the draw distance was really bad.
Leon, what do you see in there? Oh, there's a man and a woman T-posing, and oh, no, she's dead, and he's
never
over
mind.
her. Okay. They just loaded in, sorry.
A T-posing lady, but her head is nearly cut off, and there's blood all over her body. What's wrong? Oh, okay.
What could possibly have happened? Oh, I see.
He walked towards the man and said, "Excuse me, sir, but could you tell me what happened?" The man leapt up and threw an axe at Leon. Leon leapt aside and screamed out, "What is with you?"
God! Not cool, bro. Okay, so this is now, instead of Leon, this is now Napoleon Dynamite, okay. The man replied only with another axe.
Napoleon Evil.
Yeah. And Leon knew what he had to do. Leon fired 3 shots into the man's head. Here you go, you fat lard! After the third shot... God!
Frick!
After the third shot, the man's head exploded, but it wasn't blood that came out. It was a strange yellowish substance.
It's yellow chunky blood.
Yeah. Resident Evil ripping me off, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Then...
his head explodes, and then he just goes yes!
Yes! That was sweet. That was totally frickin' sweet. Then, right before his eyes, he saw a familiar insect-like creature emerge from where... Or, no, there's no from, okay. Insect-like creature emerge where the man's head was. Napoleon Dynamite backed off and fired at the parasite. It tried to use a long tentacle with a sharp point at the end to hit Napoleon Dynamite, but he stayed far enough back to not get hit. That's very smart. That is what you should do in those situations.
Yes.
If something's about to hit you, you should be back far enough to not get hit. Everybody remember that. After 5 shots, the parasite went down.
Listen, here on advanced survival techniques, we're going to go over what you should do if you're being attacked by an axe-wielding, headless monster. First thing you want to do is back up, and then you're going to want to start applying the Second Amendment until the threat has ceased.
Mm-hmm.
You want to apply the Second Amendment about 3 times.
Then you want to go out to your local cowboy bar and find you a parasite who goes down after about 5 shots.
Oh, boy. Ashley ran in and asked, "Leon, what was that all about?" "Las plagas," is all Leon replied. Ashley decided to let him be, and then they left the house.
I'll let you be.
Yeah.
And they just both walk out together.
Well, I can see you need time.
To, deal with killing things. They headed along the path near the house, and then they found another person, one word.
Hey, how's it going? The name's Bob, another person. I'm not that guy over there. I'm Bob, another person.
That guy over there is James, that guy over there. That guy and other persons is our law firm. That guy.
Bob, excuse me, Mr. Another Person. Do you know how I can get off this island? Oh, no, I wouldn't know about that. You want to talk to Jim, yet another person? What?
They found another person but it was a lady.
Oh,
whoops.
Bobina.
Was she tall?
Mm-hmm.
She screamed and came at Leon with a sickle. Leon shot her in the knee. God frick! And she collapsed to the ground.
She totally had a fucking sickle.
Oh, she had
not allowed to
saber.
shoot women in the face. Let's shoot in the knee.
God.
I like how the gameplay aspect of shooting people in the knee to get them into a stun animation is left into this story instead of just being a gameplay contrivance.
Hey.
Napoleon went to her, one word, and smashed her head with his foot. Frickin' frick! Got this frickin' blood all over my black chucks.
No, my moon boots! Oh, man!
Frickin' die. Even then, another parasite came out. Ashley screamed, realizing what's, one word, Napoleon meant. They just decided to run and avoid this lady, and they dashed down the path.
I was going to say, I like the idea of game mechanics coming into the story, but you got to go full force with it. You got to say, Leon paused, and I got up and went and got a soda.
I organized my inventory again.
Yeah.
After a minute or so, they came across a small town, one word. It had 4 houses, a gun shop, a church, an old mill, and a bar.
No, it's Haver, Montana.
Is this just describing the game?
No, this is not a thing in the game. Why would there be a gun shop on a small remote island off of Spain?
Listen, maybe a gun shop ship crashed and it washed up.
Gun shop ship?
Yeah. Bringing a bunch of gun shops to
America. Canal for too long, and then finally made it out there.
Is it a gunboat?
Ah.
Yeah, it could be.
Napoleon decided to go into the gun shop, what with him liking guns, and stock up on weapons. What am I looking at?
I don't know.
DP, this is you were born for this paragraph.
I was! Leonard Ashley entered the gun shop.
No,
the shop.
It's funny you didn't know. No, let's not. What it says.
Leonand Ashley entered the shop. Only to find broken guns.
Lionel and Chitara entered.
Lionel and Chitara had enough. They went into a gun shop and bought AK-47s or AR-15s.
Just so people are clear, it says Leon and one word. Ashley entered one word. The shop one word. I can't tell if this is being serious or not.
I think this is just like copy-paste job that didn't paste correctly.
Only to find broken guns. Then, 2 spaces, one of them caught his attention. It was a TMP, and it even had a stock attached. Oh, TMP is for shitters. Leon picked it up, and also, one word, got some ammo for it. He also picked up some ammo for his Punisher. I don't know if I can deal with him using the term Punisher. And a key for the bar.
So I changed what I thought. I thought this was describing a game, which sometimes we run into those stories where it's like, okay, you don't have to describe it that much. But this is something else we run into a lot. This is describing somebody's idea for their own game.
Yeah.
This is like the minute it says he picked up a key, I'm like, oh, this is literally like a plan for a game, for a fan game.
Yeah.
I like it how it's just like, he has a Punisher. Like, I like that we're getting into all of this nitty-gritty about the game, and it was just implied this whole time that he was using, of the different handguns, the Punisher. We were just meant to assume that, you know?
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Sure.
Leon left the shop.
I was going to say, he grabbed ammo for his Punisher. He decided not to get any for his Daredevil or his Moon Knight.
Leon left the shop and then walked towards the bar. Suddenly, they heard a shout from behind them. He quickly turned around and saw hundreds of people coming at him. "Run!" he yelled to Ashley. Sorry.
Frickin' run.
Frickin' run.
Frickin' run.
Oh.
Ashley, go!
Ashley, come on.
Come on. Go follow Pedro. Oh, no, not that Pedro. Oh, no. She replied with a nod, and they ran towards a nearby house. Once they were inside, Leon barricaded the door and windows with bookshelves That is one word, so that's appropriate spelling. Leon took a minute to look at the house. It was a pretty big house with 2 stories. It seemed too good for this small town. It was even stranger that there were only 5 houses, but hundreds of people. Leon, I think there is more than just this little town, Ashley said. Oh, my thoughts exactly, Leon replied.
He then noticed that all of the people were painted up as clowns. That makes sense. They all stuffed into the houses. Okay. You only need 5.
They were beating a single non-clown human out in the town square.
This is like Opposite Land.
Oh my god, where are we?
He instructed Ashley to hide in the closet while he explored it. The closet? Hide in here while I look in here.
He pressed the A button to assign Ashley to the closet.
First, he checked.
Leon, do you want to come out of the closet? No, I want to stay in the freaking closet.
Stay here until everything's blown over.
Ew. Tell Pedro I'm in here. Send him in. First, he checked the front room. It was pretty luxurious for such a place, and it was well kept. He searched every door, only to come up with a key. He then checked the kitchen, which was small and in need of, and in all the door. What am I reading? And in all of the drawers, D-R-O-O-R-S, instead of drawers spelled correctly, D-R.
I can't tell if that is drawers or doors. I think it's
drawers.
Phonetic spelling of drawers.
Shut up, guys. I had problems spelling that word up until like 2 years ago.
Up until yesterday.
Up until now, yeah.
Oh.
So that's not how you spell that word?
Ladies and gentlemen, the drawers. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am a man of wealth and taste.
I like the drawers, but not as much as I like 3 drawers down.
I'm
trying to think sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you, but tonight I'm cleaning out my drawers.
Yeah.
I like 3 drawers down just being a reference to the drawer that you keep your sex toys in.
Yeah. 3 doors down. And what if that was the meaning of 3 doors down? The door is to my sex toy room. And
no, because they're on a street, so that would just be your sex toy house.
God damn it. He found the key to the sex toy house next. And in all the drawers, he found the same thing, nothing. Okay. Next, he checked the bathroom. It was extremely dirty, and he found nothing. It's like watching a Let's Play.
This is a transcript of someone's Let's Play.
It reminds me of a game I played on my channel where somebody developed the game, but they didn't put anything in the rooms. So it was just like, what's in here? Cool. Fucking nothing. Amazing. like no furniture, nothing. Awesome.
Napoleon said something himself, joking. God, why did I have to go into that room? He continued upstairs. It literally says that.
Okay, so there's no closing quotation marks, so the rest of this is what Leon is saying in the bathroom? The rest of the story.
There are 3 more rooms upstairs. The first room was locked, but this key didn't work.
God.
He then tried a second, and then it was also locked, but this time his key worked. He walked inside, like, what up? He could tell right away that it was the master bedroom. It had a huge bed, freaking huge. And that's when what appeared to be a walk-in closet.
Mm-hmm.
Press X to walk-in closet.
What the fuck?
He entered the closet, and he found a strange dog.
What?
It looked like, one word, it had been skinned, and it had its legs was... and one of its legs was bigger. Legs was bigger is one
Hello,
word.
It's me. Jeffrey Legs was bigger.
I used to run track, but not recently. I've been skipping certain days at the gym. You could probably tell which ones.
Never skip left leg day at the gym. It tried to attack him, but he shot it 3 times, and it died.
Aww. Or
was it dead to begin with? He then proceeded to the back of the closet where he found another key. He took it and left the room. He's just going from different parts of the house finding keys and shit.
And I love that, like, that is a part of these games, is, like, finding a key, but, like, the puzzles are also, they have more variety than this. This is literally just robbing everyone's spare house keys.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
I want this, because there's two parts to this. I want this to never have a payoff for the keys. I want to just...
Same.
They got off the island. Wait, what?
He discarded the key ring because he didn't need it in lieu of the healing potion, or herb, whatever it was. When he walked inside, he could tell right away that it was the master bedroom. Oh no, we already did that. Sorry.
Yeah. Finally responding. Leon went.
Leon went. Leon went to the third room in the hall, which was unlocked. Inside, he found 3 people, and he used his Punisher and knife effectively together.
By the way, the Daredevil is just like the Punisher, but without a sight.
Oh, blindness jokes. He quickly killed them without any parasites emerging.
Nope. Oh. Start again.
Oh. He quickie killed them.
Hey, babe, you want to be quickie killed?
Press X to quickie kill. Without any parasites emerging, too. He quickly scanned the room and found a smoke bomb and some handgun ammo. He then returned to the hall. As Leon approached the door right at the top of the right at the top as fuck the staircase.
Yeah. Right at the top, AF the staircase.
He heard a crash downstairs. They had broken in. Ashley was able to run upstairs, and Leon used the key, damn it, to open the door. Okay.
God, Ashley, come up here. I'm upstairs as fuck.
Inside, there was a weird creature with huge claws and bloodshot eyes. They could only see black spots. Oh my god, it's the other character. It's other Ashley.
Uh-huh.
It looked like
negative Ashley.
Want to see my mouth menstruate? It looked like it ripped its own skin off of its body, and its muscles were huge. Lastly, its mouth was huge and had large teeth easily capable of breaking bones. It leapt at Leon, but he moved out of the way, and the creature flew into the hall, down the stairs, and Goofy screamed. Leon barricaded the door with a bookcase and wondered what to do next. To be continued.
And that's the end of the story. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, good night. I need to turn my light on because it's suddenly become dark in my room. I'll be right back.
Wow, it's almost as if there's a day and night cycle on Earth.
What is happening to California? Never mind.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So we moving on to chapter 2?
Yeah.
Chapter 2 is shorter.
Let's power through and do chapter 2. I want to see what happens.
So this is me now, or are we starting over?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Fuck. Chapter 2.
I'll read it.
No, that's all right. You've exercised your one request of the year. Leon paced the room, wondering what to do. He was trapped in a single room against hundreds of people infected with the Las Plagas virus. Now that just means the plague, right?
Yeah.
So why not?
It's just a virus. The words. It literally just turned you into a zombie.
But I mean, it's Las Plagas is like the plague, right?
Yes.
So why not? Okay. He searched the room and found a hand grenade, a flash grenade, a smoke bomb, a bomb grenade, a grenade bomb, some smoke, a laptop, and his back pocket. He got out his TMP and prepared for the worst.
If you're preparing for your worst, then you shouldn't have the TMP out because it's shit.
He turned
totally
on TMZ.
have your total man puncher. I don't know why you would.
Total man puncher.
Total man puncher. God damn it.
Are you having a period time sad day? Make sure you get out your total man puncher.
Fucking shit.
Ask your doctor about total man puncher. For those heavy flow days.
God, I wish they named medications like that, where it sounded like some cool 80s action figure or something.
I wish we had Paprika and Chelsea on, but at the same time, it's probably good that we don't for this episode.
Wow.
Ask your doctor about Depression Annihilator.
Yeah. Ask your doctor about, I don't know, Smileborg. Like, what? Become a smiling robot. Suddenly, the door and bookshelf barricading the door... Suddenly, the door and the bookshelf barricading the door burst into splinters. They had broken in. Hundreds of splinters from the Ninja Turtle series.
We will get you, Napoleon Kennedy.
I don't know where
Ninja rats!
Again!
They had broken in. Leon opened fire with the TMP. The enemies just kept funneling in. Leon ran out of ammo quickly for the TMP, so he took out...
it's almost as if the TMP is a fucking shitty weapon.
Yeah, well, the author knows. So he took out the flash grenade and threw it into the crowd. They were all blinded by the light.
Blinded by the night, throwing out a flash grenade, blind bunch of zombies. It was low effort, but
Brandon, wait, Brandon. Can we get you to record an album where it's just all culturally relevant songs, but they all devolve into just zombie attacks? Like, it's like, the Venga bus is coming, and everyone's a zombie, and they're in the road and we're hitting them, and we're trying to get to safety, and it just devolves into totally not anything on track with the song. Their heads are crushed under the wheels.
We're getting attacked by zombies.
God damn it.
Zombies. All that I see. Visiting.
Hey, TMP ran out of ammo.
Oh, fuck.
Leon went up to them and started attacking them with his knife. He was making decent progress until the people regained sight. They're not people anymore. They're zomboids.
Uh-huh.
One of them managed to cut Leon on the side with his scythe, with a scythe. Leon fell to the floor. Gosh! God!
My side!
God! He quickly jumped up and had an idea that he could buy him some time. Leon threw a smoke bomb, giving him enough time to apply the first aid spray.
God.
Oh, it stings!
I love this. This is so fun.
Oh, that's worse than the stabbing!
Oh, God! Frickin' germs! He then tossed the hand grenade into the crowd. The enemies were blown apart and blood splattered on the walls.
Why not just throw the hand grenade first and kill them first?
Stop questioning.
No.
Leon equipped his Punisher and prepared to finish off the enemies, as he should have done from the start. When the smoke cleared, there were no more enemies anywhere. It was all over, or so Leon thought until the creature returned. It charged, one word, at Leon, but once again he was able to dodge it. Leon fired 5 shots into its head. It was still coming at him like nothing happened.
I like the idea that the creature returns, walks into the room, there's this slow, tense scene where the creature stalks around him, they circle each other a bit. The creature charges and Leon ducks again and it goes flying back out into the hall.
Just ragdolls itself over there.
Yeah.
It does that thing where there's a pre-scripted animation, but at a certain point it runs out of that pre-scripted animation and turns into a ragdoll.
Yeah. Glitches into the banister outside.
The creature lunged into the room and returned to its own planet in the same swift motion. Leon took out his knife and prepared for a fight.
Oh boy. The creature slashed at Leon, but he ducked under its claw and cut at its knees. The creature fell to the ground, and Leon stomped on its head. The creature cried out in agony. It leapt to its feet and once again tried to attack. This time it tried to rip at Leon's neck with its razor-sharp teeth. Leon dodged, but got a small cut on his shoulder.
It flew into the hallway as he dodged. Sorry, good.
Then Leon stabbed the creature in the chest. It screeched and jumped up through a hole in the ceiling, which led to the hallway, which it fell in. Which Leon assumed is how it got in. Are you okay, Leon? Ashley calmly asked. Leon replied with a thumbs up.
What the fuck do you think?
No, I'm not okay.
Ashley rushed to hug Leon. He ducked out of the way and she flew into the hallway. Leon
replied with a thumbs up to match the rat in the other side of the room, and they left the house, which had gone from an elegant, livable place to a bloody mess. I don't know, the bathroom was dirty, so I don't call that livable. All in about 15 minutes. Oh, we have a
This is what happens whenever Ashley enters into a house. It goes from a nice, livable place to a bloody mess in 15 minutes.
God damn it.
Just mouth menstruates all over the bathroom every fucking
Instead of Ashley Madison, it's Ashley mouth menstruation. Wouldn't that be funny? I don't know. I got nothing.
Life's short. Throw out blood from your mouth.
The town was once again empty, so they decided to explore. They decided to search the houses first to find all the keys. There were 3 in all. The first was a 4-room house. It was about the same size as the big house.
This is just turning into HGTV.
This is house flippers.
I have a problem, Abysmii. You said to find all the keys, and I read back through because I thought that was in it. They decided to search the houses first to find all the keys. I'm like, yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's not there.
To clarify, it doesn't say that.
No,
but you thought it was.
It's totally in step.
The first room was a messed up room with an overturned couch and broken glass. Ashley had clearly been first. There were bullet holes in the wall indicating that some sort of fight had gone on. There was nothing in the room of any use, though. Oh, it is like that game you played.
Yeah. Whew. In the kitchen, there was a body, body of a dead woman. She had been decapitated. From the looks of things, her head had been eaten. It also appeared as if she... Why would that be... How would that be apparent? Her head is completely gone. You think it's eaten. Is there like a napkin next to her head or what? Is there like a receipt?
A nice candlelit dinner that you just walked in on.
Her bloody neck stump is on a plate with candles around it. It also...
So there is the question. Let's say... Okay, just put yourself in the shoes of a mindless zombie. Okay, you're just a dumb zombie. You want flesh.
Apple products, yes.
Okay, yeah. So...
Up the fraud count.
Why would you not be... Would you not be going for the tummy? Why would you go for the head?
I mean, if you're just stumbling blindly, you're just kind of going after whatever you can. So,
well, you still have just human teeth that are made out of human bone, and
but you're
then
not
there's skull. You're not going to get anything. You're eventually just going to move on to where you get all the good numbly bits and the tum tum.
I think you would go for like the chest first and probably the arms and legs because that's where the muscle meat is, and then eventually, yeah, if you really want, like, I don't know, stomachs are a lot of it's mostly fat, and then just the organs. I don't know.
Stomachs are full of poop, honestly.
That's
the region.
But but again, mindless zombie. I'm just saying the last place I think a zombie would go is the head.
It depends if a zombie wants meat or if it just wants brains, because depending on the universe we're in.
I think the idea of a zombie like Thanos just like dying, it's like, you should have gone for my tum tum.
Yeah. God damn it. I had good nom noms for the fight. So I have to disagree though. I think that you say mindless zombie. I think there's a difference between mindless zombie and shit eating zombie. Like, I don't think they would specifically be like, I have to go for the poo. I think zombies are like, they want meat. They don't want, like, digested food and shit. I could be wrong. I don't know. Half-digested bagel. Alright, so anyway, it also appeared as if she had been whipped. Leon quickly came to the conclusion that she had been attacked by Las Plagas. Okay.
What?
Las Plagas whipped her, I guess?
Is this a sexual thing?
Maybe
we're just leave it in here.
Maybe she just whipped her head back and forth a little too hard. She
was dressed in lots of leather and tied up with a ball gag in her mouth. Very weird things they do on this island.
Her head was completely missing. She's just wearing a gimp mask and it's dark.
They never show that part in, like, post-apocalyptic zombie games where you're just like, oh yeah, here's all the bullets that are in this, house. They never show the part where it's just like, yes, here's all the deviant porn.
God damn it. Yeah,
here's the dildo that's been gnawed on by a dog. That's embarrassing. I can't believe they didn't throw that out.
What if Leon opens a drawer and it automatically collects? It says, Leon collected the horse porn, and you're like, you go in the inventory to manage it, and you move that to get rid of it, and it says Leon doesn't want to get rid of the horse porn.
Ashley walks in. Leon, what are you doing with horse porn?
Trying to understand the enemy. What?
Subnautica actually did that, not with horse porn, but
okay.
When you can make a still suit, and the computer will the computer voice will read out specify verbally if you want to disable whatever the scientific term for drinking your own recycled urine is, and of course you can't do anything. So then it says, okay, fine, you're gonna do this now.
Las Plagas. Why would they attack one of their own people? Ashley asked. I don't know.
Gosh.
I don't know. And I really don't want to hang around to find out. Let's finish searching this house and get out, Leon replied, grabbing several keys in his fists.
Stuffing them to his pockets.
Leon, are you sure you want that? Not all of this TMP ammo? No, I need save room for keys.
Yeah. Leon
They
pulled
take up one slot each, Leon. You can't just fill up your inventory with keys.
Leon pulled open the cellar door. It was full of keys. He dove in like Scrooge McDuck.
Yes! Yes! I love Napoleon Leon Kennedy Dynamite.
That needs to be Resident Evil 9. I don't care what anyone says.
Guys, Napoleon.
Oh.
I'm in the bedroom. Leon saw a note on the bed. It said, I saw a secret. I looked into the secret passage in the bar. I saw a horrifying creature. Now that I know the secret, they're coming to get me. I will fight them. I will never become one of them. The letter stopped. All of that right there, what the letter said, could have been a no-sleep title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got killed for knowing too much. Now, he got killed for knowing too much. Now we know there must be something in that bar. We need to go there next, Ashley said. Why? That's the last place.
Dude, he died there. Or something from there killed him.
I think we need to remind the reader what is happening in this. They are finding a place to chill out and sleep.
Yeah.
While they're waiting for a helicopter to presumably pick them up.
After a 3-hour tour on a jet ski. By the way, this would have worked better if Ashley said, there's a scary monster down there. Or, oh wait, there's a secret down there. We shouldn't go look. It could be something that we'll be killed for. And then Leon should reply, but what if it's a key? What if it's a key, Ashley?
Listen, there are objects down there.
Mm-hmm.
And one type of object is a key. So obviously we have no choice but to progress.
That's right.
It's kind of like Pascal's wager. It's like I have to believe in God because there's every possibility that the God could be a giant key-shaped ethereal object.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That's right.
True. And God is the key to the universe's mysteries.
Pearly gates, what opens the gates.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everyone's soul is a key, and your key has to be correctly aligned when you go to heaven to open the pearly gates.
And when you get to heaven, there are keys everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what clouds are made of.
Yep.
Yeah. Micro keys.
Micro keys. Okay, now it sounds... Yeah, I was you just said what I was thinking about sounding like cryptocurrency,
yeah? NFTs. Where are we at now?
Leon replied,
okay, we will. Oh,
okay.
Suddenly the power went out. What is going on? Ashley screamed. Just a power outage. God, calm down. Leon replied, we should go to the mill and check it out. Wait, Leon, Ashley quickly yelled. I have a flashlight. Let's finish searching these houses for keys first.
How does he know there's a mill and then it relates to the power? You just arrived on this island.
Let's go to the substation. I know there's one here. Shut up. Ashley handed the flashlight to Leon, and they left to go to the next house. The next house seemed to be more like a food store. I'm sure there's a better name for food store, but whatever. There were spoiled food products everywhere, and the smell was unbearable. They quickly left the house, not even bothering to check.
We normally use the term grocery.
Supermarket, convenience store.
Food house. Eat home.
Food house. Eat home.
There were spoiled food products everywhere. Maybe there are keys, Leon said, adding, but they've probably spoiled. They left.
Leon, what are you doing rifling through the raw spoiled meat? I think there's keys in here.
There's keys! There's keys in this cooler! Leon, that says cheese. Shut up!
Leon can't read. That makes Resident Evil 4 so much better.
The next house fit Leon's style better. What the fuck?
Don't go into this house. Don't go into this house. There are a lot of zombies inside, and Leon just looks at it. It's like, that can't stop me because I can't read.
That's right. It must have belonged to the gun shop owner because there were guns everywhere. Most of them had been taken apart, probably to prevent them from being used. But Leon quickly spotted a perfect gun. The key launcher. A
keyblade.
Yeah. Oh my god. Leon wielding the keyblade. Double. Resident Evil Disney characters and Leon killing them with the keyblade.
Resident Hearts.
Resident Hearts. He quickly unloaded the magazine from his Punisher and tossed the handgun to the ground.
Bio Kingdom Resident Hearts.
God damn it. I'm trying to think of what Wesker's nobody name would be or whatever, but I'm not that into Kingdom Hearts. He then picked up the Red 9 handgun in its place. He also got rid of his TMP, and in its place he picked up a shotgun.
Yellow 5 shotgun.
In the back of the house, they saw a man hanging from the ceiling. He's by his hands. He's just holding onto the rafters, kicking his legs. You know, like,
Help me! There are zombies on the floor.
The floor's made of zombies. Come on up here.
Sora, jump up on the ceiling. The floor's made of zombies.
In the back of the house, they saw a man hanging from the ceiling. There was a note on a nearby table. It read, "My keys. I can't find any of them. Someone's stealing my keys."
It read, "Please make sure Logan Paul doesn't film me."
Logan Paul was already halfway out the door laughing.
Laughing.
It read, "I refuse to become one of them. I will never succumb to the virus. I have seen those creatures underneath the bar. I will never become one of them. I would rather die at my own hands than at those of that virus. The virus has hands."
I thought it was a parasite, Ashley exclaimed. "It is," replied Leon. "Gosh, which makes me think that there is more than just the Los Plagas involved in this." As they left the house to go to the mill, they didn't think that they were being washed, or that they were so soon to unearth
Whatever.
more keys. To be continued.
So this was written in 2005.
Yeah, this was never continued.
This was also, the chapter title was Relief.
Relief.
Keyleaf.
Rekeef, yeah.
Rekeef.
So, what do we think? How do we rate this out of 5 keys?
You know what?
Which
they were
one was
two
better?
different stories. One was really just about transformation. Another one was ostensibly about adventure, I guess.
Game design, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as enjoyment, definitely Resident Evil 4 Afterlife. But if you had to ask me, like, what's a better written story,
Damsel in Distress.
Definitely, yeah, Damsel in Distress.
I mean, there's no arguing with that. One is more fun, and the other is better executed.
For sure. If this was best of the worst, I would give honorable mentions to Damsel in Distress, and we wouldn't destroy it, but we would definitely choose Resident Evil 4.
I think Damsel in Distress has a lot better things going for it in its story.
Mm-hmm.
I vote Archive of Our Own wins this one. If you guys disagree, that's fine.
All right, well, I have to just go with what's more fun, and it was a lot more fun reading Resident Evil 4 Afterlife, but the thing is with the transformation story, as I said, it reminds me of like the Itchy Tasty thing, you know, like the little documents you find.
Yeah.
So I would say if I looked into it, which I haven't, I feel like I probably would find thousands of stories about characters turning into, you know, zombie monster creatures. And while that was very well written, you know, comparatively, I think it probably is like one of a million of those, probably.
Yeah.
I would say it's not a terrible one of them, though, and I feel like the author's intentions are more hidden in terms of, like, letting the story shine through, whereas whenever I'm reading Resident Evil 4 Afterlife, I'm reading what the author is like. I'm reading their every thought laid bare.
It's kind of beautiful.
It is kind of beautiful.
Has the author alink written anything else if we click on their little profile? Or
That's a good question.
Let's see.
Nope.
Aww.
Oh well.
I wanted to read more about keys.
They do have a favorite author of October Leaves.
Okay, so somebody out there, here's a challenge. One of Slimebeast's challenges that nobody takes up and that don't make any sense. We need a Holders series or an SCP or a Backrooms or a Wayward Society or an RPC or whatever of just the ring of keys where each key is out there somewhere. Each one causes a different effect when you unlock something with it. And there's this one character who has the ring, you know, that's trying to get them all.
Oh.
That's what we need. We need another collect them all magic object.
Gotta get all the rings.
One key ring to rule them all.
Yeah.
Nobody do that, please.
This has been the Fearfiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Ashley Goes to College. Chapter 1. Residency Evil. written and performed by Dead Palette. Ashley wasn't like other girls. She was the president's daughter. You know, the really old president that got turned into a zombie during the events of Resident Evil 6. Joe Biden. Anyway, active sitting zombie President Evil Joe Biden wanted Ashley Biden to go to his alma mater, Raccoon City College. Sadly, he friend President Evil Barack Obama drone-psyched it. Not to a zombie outbreak. That was a Clover story. Anyway, Ashley Biden wanted to go to Umbrella University, what with her new tyrant lifestyle. See, Ashley wasn't like other girls. She was injected with the T-virus, turning her into a 9-foot-tall, gray-skinned, jacked bioweapon with gray skin. Her left arm had a giant bony claw with it, long writhing tentacles in between them used to pull dumb girls that don't listen to good Charlotte or understand correct shipping in the Kingdom Hearts into the claws, killing them painfully, using the blood-sucking mouth on the ends of the tentacles to suck blood out of the dumb preppy girls that bragged about not having big breasts at age 11 due to an uncontrollable medical condition causing early puberty. Then the other girls die, and no one makes fun of my boobs anymore or brings up the time I wrote a love letter to that squirrel on the playground I named Sherlock Squirrel, and Melissa read it to everyone. That didn't happen now, and her boobs are now just muscle. Her right arm was a normal hand for homework and video games. I might write more later.
Have y'all seen the movie Stick It?
No.
Is it like Pop It?
God damn, it's a good movie.
It's like Pop It, but cinematic.
Stick it, lick it, kick it.
Please don't.
Credits.
Is Stick It a movie, or is this a video you saw on a certain site?
Stick It is an excellent movie. If you haven't seen it, you probably didn't see it because it looked like a movie about gymnastics, and you're like, no thank you. So
what is it about?
It's a movie about gymnastics.
Oh, okay.
So,
plug over. No.
Mockumentary, I'm guessing?
No. It's it came out at that time. Remember when they had like Step Up and Step Up the Streets and Drumline and all those kind of movies? It looked like one of those movies, so I never watched it. And a few years ago, Chelsea forced me to watch it, and I've watched it like 5 times since then. It's such a good movie with an interesting message. It's very positive. You will come out of it feeling refreshed, invigorated, and ready to accomplish your goals.
Okay. Now, do you also like the sequel to Stick It that I'm looking up now? That I see is
Stuck It?
No, not Stuck It. It's called Sit on It and Spin.